So it's Sunday. We're doing a podcast. One morning, I'm out of here. Coming to you from the One Morning, I'm out of here studio. And I'm not going to lie, I need a nap. It's been a long weekend. I'm also not going to lie. You know, we're in Cincinnati. You see Jason with his Bengals jersey on. I took mine off earlier.
I didn't have one.
I
was actually shocked you were wearing
Pappas doesn't care about sports.
Oh, no. College was
But I'm not going to, you know, we are not kidding ourselves, at least on this podcast, that the Bengals are any fucking good, because they're not. Because the Browns fucking suck. And they gifted that game to the Bengals today. I think the Bengals had like negative 18 yards in the fourth quarter. I think they had a total of like 37 yards in the second half. I mean, the Browns are terrible. Any other team, if the Bengals would have played any other team in the NFL today, they'd be 0-1.
Did you hear me open my iced tea?
Are you in agreement with me, Keith?
Well, I'm going to take a win as a win, because I am normally at the
win is a win.
I'm normally at the first game, home game. Obviously, I wasn't traveling to Cleveland for that, but I'll take a division win. As ugly as it was, guess what? The first week, you're not in fantasy football or anything, so the first week is always a shit show. It's always a shit show. You don't know who to play, who to sit, whatever. And you know what? We'll take the win, and then guess what? We move on to next week. You're a Bengal hater.
This explosive Bengals offense.
You're a Bengal hater all the time.
I am not. I'm not a hater.
Yes, you are.
What did I have on during the game today?
A jersey that you shouldn't be wearing, because you got kicked out of my house, my old house. You got kicked out. You were banned from Bengals games at my house because you're a Bengal hater.
It's called being a realist.
Well, guess what?
You know,
your fucking negativity doesn't need to fucking exude on everybody else.
It's not negativity. It's just calling a spade a spade.
Jason, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you go walk around Kroger with all the other Bengals wearing people and be like, hey, what's up? Who day?
No, I don't go to Kroger.
You don't do that?
I don't go to Kroger.
You guys, like, as you're walking around, y'all like, hey, who day? Is that a Bengals jersey? Hey, look at mine.
I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you.
I shake my head at those people. I swear to God. I'm kind of with Dan on this one. I mean, I got to be honest.
That's fair. I mean, it's fair. It was a shit game, but we won. So let's just take the win.
They are 1-0 for the first time since 1972.
And
I don't know about 1972,
but I might be reaching on that one.
You're throwing some bullshit out there, but
really don't know.
It's the last time Cincinnati had a Democrat or a Republican mayor.
Probably. There's probably some. Yeah, there you go. Any coincidence? So they're going all the way. They are going to the Super Bowl, and they are going to win. And I probably won't watch.
But no, I was listening to some of the post-game show, and you had the head coach on there talking about, we were playing from ahead, or from playing from ahead in the second half, and that's how you win ball games in the NFL, and you know, all this great shit about how they were in control of the game and all. I mean,
they were not in control of shit.
That kicker for Cleveland was playing for the Birmingham Bulls in the. What is that? The American Football the Association,
USFL.
You know, last season, and I said he's probably getting a fucking bus ticket back to Birmingham right now.
Hey, our buddy David J's in the chats, or at least was earlier, but we haven't seen David in a little while. He's been busy in the Navy.
Hey,
but David, we appreciate you being here,
brother. So it's been a big weekend here in the Cincinnati area, mostly because Jason had his big bachelor party.
Yes, that was awesome
over the weekend. It spanned a couple of days and multiple venues.
It was absolutely fantastic. And Dano, you were missed. I know you weren't able to attend, but you were missed. But I played the round of golf of my life. I probably will never fucking surpass that. And
I know you told me about it.
I had multiple witnesses, but also had a lot of guys come out and hang out at the casino after golf. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't get arrested.
Were there any midgets or farm animals?
I was waiting for a midget stripper because I figured our buddy Chris Short, who's my best man,
would not be beyond him.
I figured There were probably, because he knows I hate midgets.
It didn't happen.
It did not happen.
Oh, that's a
Especially clown midgets.
Oh yeah, that's
a double whammy, right?
Might run through the wall on that
double whammy, exactly.
Holy shit!
But no, we had a good Friday night. Yesterday was a little foggy, but we all made it out alive.
No one got arrested.
Nobody got arrested. Somebody that's close to the podcast, I think is close to getting married to a potential stripper. We won't mention names or anything, but somebody went to the strip club.
Well played.
And
well played.
And you know what? I wish them nothing but the best.
That's right.
But with all of this, it was funny. I sent this article to you guys. And I sent it to Jill as well, and I think it's funny as hell. Let's see. Let me pull it up. And I was like, "Hey, look! At least I'm not this big of a piece of shit." So, bride-to-be cancels fiance's Vegas bachelor trip after shocking $3,000 deposit betrayal. So, little backstory. Before our buddy Chris Short got sick with cancer, our original plan was we were going to Vegas.
Going to Vegas, baby.
Bachelor Party was going to be in Vegas. It was going to be like a whole nother fucking hangover movie, like most likely. I see this article today, and that's when I sent it to you guys, and I sent it to Jill. So I started giggling. I was like, holy shit. All right. We really weren't all that bad. But it says a bride-to-be was left fuming after discovering her fiancé secretly spent thousands of dollars meant for their wedding venue deposit on a Las Vegas bachelor trip with his buddies. The woman, who said she is 28, shared her story on Reddit's Am I the Jerk? So Jill actually reads that Reddit thread, Am I the Jerk? Or she might read Am I the Asshole or whatever, but it's all the same shit.
Pappas, do you read the Reddit stuff? Do you
No.
So she says, explaining she had transferred her
pictures?
fiance $3,000 after months of saving, so he could pay the deposit. But instead of spending the money or sending the money, he booked a trip. She later learned he used $3,000 plus some of his own to book a Vegas bachelor trip with his friends.
Well, he probably figured he was going to take the cash to Las Vegas, win a bunch of money.
This is
right.
That's a great theory, and
double that up.
Yeah, and maybe that.
And that's
might have
exactly
worked.
where it
Come
goes.
back with money in his pocket,
Yeah, and
pay for the wedding, and
Some
then
rational thought.
When she confronted him, he responded, "Don't worry, babe. I'll win it back at the table."
oh yeah,
because everybody does.
Everyone's got a system.
Enraged, the woman canceled his booking since her credit card was tied to it, and told her future husband that if he wanted to gamble, he should use his own money.
That could be a red flag. I mean, I'm just saying, probably a red flag, and I think she's better off without him.
Adding fuel to the fire, her future mother-in-law called her to defend him, saying, "Boys will be boys." There is no fucking way that my mom would defend me if I were to do that.
It's a good thing that she discovered this character flaw before they went ahead and got married.
Exactly.
But if you're this far down the road,
you think you might have known,
and you haven't explored this particular avenue yet.
That's true.
I mean that's on you, man. I mean that's if
she get her money back,
someone's a shyster when it comes to money.
She get her money back?
Reddit users overwhelmingly sided with her, with many comments pouring in, urging her to run for the hills. In quotes.
Is that is that an actual picture of the dude? Scroll down.
No, I
think that's
just a stock photo.
Yeah.
Was his name Charlie Sheen?
Was he drinking tiger's blood?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm with Dan on this one. If you didn't know by this point, the bonus is on you. But it's $3,000 if you lost the money. Yeah. It's probably a very cheap lesson that you've learned. That probably would have saved you.
Hurts a
several
little bit
hundred-
now, but in the long run,
Oh,
it's
saved a ton
going
of
to
money.
pay.
in
Yeah,
attorney's
going to
fees.
pay
I mean,
major dividends.
one attorney letter is $3,000. So I would.
You're not talking about foreclosure on your home.
No.
You're not getting your cars repossessed,
selling a kidney,
all that kind of shit.
Yeah, whatever.
It was apropos me having the Bachelor Party Friday, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, we have to play that or talk about that. But yeah, I mean, we're less than 3 weeks away. Our friends Scott and Stephanie are getting married next Saturday.
Oh, love is in
And
the
I was
air.
like, you know what's awesome is
1 week from yesterday.
when I forget my anniversary date, I can ask you, and you'll remind me of when your wedding is, and then.
Did you watch us? Hey, did you watch us close up the show after you left last time? Did you watch the show, Dan?
After I left last time, no, I have not had that opportunity yet.
Okay, we may or may not have talked about you. I'm not sure. I don't remember. The word.
Well, what am I supposed to be shocked that you were
No. Just
taking the opportunity to slander me behind my back?
We would never
slander
slander
you.
We would never slander
No.
you. Dan.
Why did you bring it up?
I just want to know if you were cared enough to watch or listen as you left. That's
Well,
all.
what did you say? Maybe someone in the chats will tell me what you said.
Possibly you can ask them, or you can watch it yourself.
He doesn't go back. and
Is it
watch
worthy of my time?
It's up to you. We were singing your praises. How the show was
Oh, okay.
suffering when you were
Not the
gone.
same
There was
without me. I understand.
there was a hole left in our ethos.
Okay. Well,
that
I'm here now.
That's right.
I'm here now.
So anyway, who's pissed off?
Well, Dan's pissed off about the Bengals.
No, Dan is not. I mean, he's pissed off, but he's like, you know what? I think Dan has had his fill. And I think Dan speaks for a lot of Cincinnati that at least I've talked to, lifelong Bengal fans that have just had enough and are tired of the same old shit and don't want to see I don't think they want to see they're not going to put the emotional baggage into being crushed again. So
Well, no, it was when I was listening to a little bit of the post game show as I was preparing for the podcast. I hear the head coach of the Bengals on the radio talking about what a great position they were in to win that game, and it's a complete and total lie. It's being. It's a slap in the face to Bengals fans who want to see this team do well. I mean, at least be honest, man. Say, look, we didn't play our best game today. The defense came up big in a couple of spots, which they did. But this business about this high-powered offense of the Cincinnati Bengals, it was non-existent today.
See, I put my effort into an emotional baggage into college football, which was on till close to midnight last night. There was a lot of good college football games yesterday. So I have given up on, and the reason I gave up on pros a long time ago.
Which game did you watch yesterday?
Oh, I watched
Arizona State, Mississippi
that
State.
One. That was
a good game.
That was a great game.
I saw a lot of that.
Big upset. I watched Michigan, Oklahoma. I was watching that.
Who wound up winning that game?
Oklahoma throttled them pretty well. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, but they were in control the whole game.
Yeah.
That was a good football game. That ended late. And then, just for giggles, I put on the Ohio State won. Did you see the Ohio State score?
72-0
over
Grambling. Yeah.
That was not much of a game.
It's embarrassing, man.
I lost one of those
games yesterday.
No, one of those emails you sent me.
The Michigan State game went to double overtime. I saw that. That ended closer to 11:30, and then I went to bed. But it was just the reason I like college football so much more. There's emotion, and I just don't think that the emotion's been ripped out of the pros just because of it's a professional sport. They don't really give a shit. So I didn't watch too much pros today.
Well,
and so I don't put the emotional baggage that you do into the Bengals, and I respect you. I
don't put a lot of emotional baggage into it. I mean, I've got to talk because of my job, my occupation. I've got to talk about them a little bit from time to time. So it serves me well to know what's happening, as far as wins and losses go, and to have at least some cursory understanding of what's going on with the players and the team and that sort of thing. But I really don't get deep into it. It's pretty much what happens on Sundays. I watch the game. Right. I prepare myself for the conversations that I have with our sports guys. And then beyond that, I don't invest a lot of time. You know, I don't do the fantasy football.
You don't do that?
No.
Well, I find it funny that a lot of people base their whole week of happiness, or at least Monday through probably Wednesday by the time they're over it, on whether the Bengals win or lose. Because I remember having employees and they would come into work Monday morning just absolutely
bullshit.
just pissed. Just pissed.
Oh yeah.
And you know, if they won, it was a good work atmosphere, and if they lost, it was, you know, shithole. So I wonder how many.
Well,
if that was just in my little business.
Then Andrew was already booking a boat to take his fucking people back. If you're not going to be happy, you're getting on this fucking boat down the river.
There's no boat. They can swim. Rio Grande is shallow.
Couldn't even spring for a boat, huh?
Just
The kind of guy you are.
He's a cheap fucker.
I will give you a used truck intertube. Does that count? And it may or may not hold air. No, I mean, listen, I'll be honest. It was I just it was the lifelong Cincinnati guys that were the worst. I mean, they can't, you know, that have given their raised on this stuff, that they were just pissed. And if they lost, they'd be just still drunk. And if they won, they'd still be drunk. So
it's no different.
No different. But I was at Kroger earlier, and I had to run by there for something. I was working on our Victory Center here, and I ran by Kroger to grab something, and I saw a steady stream of people before the game early this morning coming out of Kroger with their 12 packs of beer of choice. I just had to giggle.
Well, that's what we do. We're
I know it's just foreign to me.
We're drinkers, and we're football fans.
You're
it's the same thing as a Saturday watching, whether it's UC or Ohio State.
Hey,
or Miami.
UC played well. UC played well. They had a good game
Against Bowling Green.
Yeah, well,
MAC
I mean,
opponent.
they played well. They're like, you never know. I mean, look at the game you talked about that we just mentioned, that Arizona State lost to an unranked team.
Yeah,
Mississippi State. So you just never really know. In that one game,
Bill Belichick got his first college win.
Clemson
against Charleston.
Clemson was losing.
I think 20-3 or 20-7.
I'm going to say it. Football is back, baby.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Football is back.
Clemson. Well, you got to give the people their soma, and football is the soma of the masses. Look it up. That's a deep. I realize that I might have lost a couple of you on that comment,
because you are the smartest man in the room.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Look it up. I mean, it just people, the masses. Look, it is true, and this is. I mean, the masses like their distractions, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but people disappear down the hole of college or professional sports, and that's what they've based their whole life on.
Well, in Rome, it was called bread and circuses.
Exactly right.
There you go.
Exactly. And is there much difference?
In some cases, no.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it's funny. But anyway, it's cool, and nothing against you. Have at it. You know, everyone's got their little vice.
That's what Mondami is trying to sell in New York. So
he probably will succeed, won't he?
Well, it looks like it.
And what I like though is the weather is now starting. Like, I love summertime.
The weather's really nice though.
But the weather is starting to change. We're starting to get
open those windows at night.
Yes, exactly. We're starting to get
AC
cooler.
Is not going off 24/7.
It's not 98 fucking degrees with 100% humidity.
You know, I was pissed off that I noticed today. My hummingbirds are gone. Like overnight, they're gone. They're just gone.
They're like, see you next year.
They're
Andrew.
like, eat shit. We're out of here.
Eat shit.
No note. No card. Not even a little.
Well, they got shit they got to do.
Not even a little turd on the bird feeder. I mean, they just left. It's pissed.
Where do hummingbirds go in the winter?
They go in Mexico. They go south.
They go. They those little birds fly all the way from here to Mexico.
Yes, they do, and it's amazing. Those little birds with those little bitty wings.
How long does that take?
You have to ask them.
Damn.
Yeah. So I mean, I do miss seeing them. I mean, I kind of got into them this year. Change that, and they're evil little fuckers. If you don't change the food out, they're chirping at you.
They're pissed.
They're like, hey,
pissed off.
This food is not up to snuff, buddy.
They're down there hanging out with the monarch butterflies because the butterflies go all the way down there too.
Correct, with their little bitty wings.
That's a lot of flying, man.
That is.
Dan is correct. That's a lot of flying. Matter of fact, they said on the radar. I was watching some thing on the radar that flocks of birds are picked up on weather radar. You might know that.
They can be.
They're being picked up
fact.
Coming across Lake Erie.
I remember cicadas. Cicadas were getting picked up probably 10 years ago or whatever. I remember seeing that, which is fucking weird. Those things are fucking gross.
All right. So you asked what I'm upset about.
Yes.
And what I'm upset about is this dude, DeCarlos Brown Jr.
All right, so
arrested for first-degree murder. Go ahead.
So with this, you gave me two things.
Yeah, just go ahead and let that video roll.
All right, let this video roll. Okay.
Yeah,
because you can't read any of it.
Yeah, I think that was from a post in Ukrainian or Russian or something.
Yeah, it's something, but
Russian.
But the suspect behind a fatal stabbing in North Carolina on a train that left a Ukrainian woman dead has been arrested, charged with first-degree murder, according to multiple reports. DeCarlos Brown Jr. Stabbed 23-year-old Irina Zadaruska, 23 years old, in the throat 3 times.
That was really good the way you pronounce it, because I was trying to fucking figure out how to.
I think he
pronounce
practiced. He said he was
I'm glad you fucking read it.
He was show prepping.
Are you rolling the video?
Not yet. No. I'm letting you
No,
talk.
go ahead. I'll read this. It all makes sense as I read this.
Yeah, you didn't give a warning here. This video is really disturbing.
Yeah, but it stops.
It does stop, but you know what's coming, and I think, and
it's
we're gonna have a lot.
It is.
It's really disturbed me greatly.
But I want to get a sense from Jason what happens after the murder takes place, of what you see here.
That's a good question.
So, a clip from the video shows the suspect Brown taking out a pocket knife and unfolding it, and then gearing up to attack Zarutska. You're going to see that happen here momentarily. The dude was sitting on the rail car. Zaruska boards, sits down in front of him.
There he goes.
Then, now look. He's I guess he's carrying the weapon, and look at all the blood that's dripping on the floor.
Yeah.
Look at he walks by other passengers who I guess had no idea.
And this guy looks down like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
He could have cut himself, because I don't think. I mean,
I think that happens a lot when people stab people, doesn't it?
I
they
think
cut
his
themselves.
I think his hand could have slipped on the blade, and he could have cut himself, because I don't think.
See the way the blood is dripping off
the
him.
blood's still coming off him.
So he's probably got it. He's probably cut his hand somewhere.
I wish he would have cut more than his hand.
Yeah.
This really. I mean, I saw this video, and it really, really, really just, infuriated me, because for 2 reasons. Number one, talk about just she didn't do anything to him. She didn't do one thing.
She sat down.
She sat down on a public on a train, and this guy pulls that out, stabs her, just wells or stabs her in the neck. And the other thing that really pisses me off, you haven't heard a whole lot about this.
No.
Where's the national outrage?
I did not see anything about it.
Right.
And I was looking on the golf course this morning, like trying to grab stuff, stories for, tonight.
Right.
And I didn't see any of this. You guys Dan set this shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
you were like, where did this happen?
How does that happen?
Yeah, how does it happen?
How does it happen?
How does it happen that this happens and no national news, no media outrage? The media picks and chooses what they want you to be offended about, and they dictate when you should be offended and what it should be about. And, you haven't heard anything about this young woman who, quite frankly, was safer in Ukraine than the United States of America.
Right. So I have it on the screen, but say her name again. I don't want to. You already know how to fucking say it. I can't.
Well, it's Irina
Zarutska.
Yeah.
All right.
Zarutska. Irina Zarutska. 23 years
butchered
old.
on a Charlotte light rail. Yeah. Her throat cut open by a violent repeat offender who had been arrested
14 times. 14 previous times.
And here are all of his mugshots. That's why.
Go scroll down.
It's going.
There they are.
Who's not outraged by that?
No, and what are they?
Who is not outraged by that?
I guess they have a Judge Silverstein down there in Charlotte, because this kind of shit is what happens in the United States of America with quite literally, a flawed justice system that this guy wasn't put away for a lot longer than he obviously was, and he wasn't rehabilitated in any way, shape, or form. And the other thing is, if you heard, there's another story about this that will outrage you more. The day or shortly after this happened, the Charlotte City Council was having a meeting, and they they paused during their meeting to not to acknowledge, not to have a moment of silence, not to talk about this, to sing happy birthday for one of their fellow, council members. I mean, the disconnect, having been in public office, and I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form that I'm special, but you have to acknowledge when heinous crimes like this occur, you have to be aware of it. You have to address it. You have to, talk about it and figure out ways to stop it, or at least try to prevent it. And I got to tell you, the disconnect with public officials and others, even in the city of Cincinnati, for that matter, and what happens in their city is just disgusting to me.
Andrew, if you had to guess, and I asked you, how many stories did the Associated Press do on this attack? What do you think the number of stories they did on this attack is?
Is the over under 0?
0 would be correct. How about the very non-biased public broadcasting?
Well, Dan, PBS is suffering
NPR,
because
PBS.
Their budget cuts have really decimated.
How many stories do you think the very non-biased PBS and NPR did?
I would say 0.
0, absolutely correct. How about the paper of record, New York Times? How many stories do you think the New York Times did on this particular?
Less than 1.
Less than 1. You're right. How about the Wall Street Journal?
Oh,
sometimes they put out some very conservative, especially on their op-ed pages. Mm-hmm. But the Wall Street Journal, do you think they covered this story at all?
I would say that none of the media covered this story.
What about the BBC?
Big black cocks.
Yeah,
is that big black cock?
Maybe they did. I'm not sure, but maybe. But I'm talking, the news outlet BBC, not the porn outlet that you're familiar with.
Sorry.
I could guarantee you that
How about our friends at CNN? How much time do you think CNN devoted to this?
CNN probably. Well, Trump wasn't involved, so it was 0.
Washington Post.
Again, Trump wasn't involved. 0.
How about our friends over at Reuters?
No,
do you think that,
not? No.
And then, of course, not to be left out, MSNBC followed suit with 0 reports.
Let me ask you a question.
On this horrific, heinous,
I've been a little
attack.
out of touch, but has Fox done a story on it?
That's a good
I didn't
question.
see it.
I don't see Fox on this list.
I don't see Fox on the list, so I'm not going to give
Fox
him a pass.
I think Fox did cover it. I don't know.
Fox should be hammering.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Let me throw, while he's looking that up, let me throw this out. So Daniel Penny chokes a motherfucker out and saves lives.
Yep.
From a fucking weirdo like this.
So a white man
then goes to trial.
Right. So a white guy restrained and accidentally and it was shown, or at least he was not convicted of killing him maliciously. He was acquitted, right?
Here's the Fox
not
News
of
headline.
premeditated. Okay, Fox. Ukrainian woman who fled war stabbed to death at Chicago light rail station. Okay, or Charlotte. I said Chicago. Forgive me. GoFundMe raised $12,000 so far for her family. I wonder if anyone set up a GoFundMe for the perpetrator, because that happens quite often.
Maybe some of our Cincinnati City Council members.
Maybe what's her name?
Maybe
Rowley, Iris
Rowley did.
Iris the virus.
The president pro tem, I forget her name.
That would be
maybe she I should check her social media to see if she indicated this woman deserved.
So she deserved it.
Deserved
she
that
beat
down.
Yeah, she probably deserved
the stabbing in the neck.
But Jason raises a great point from this perspective. The guy that restrained the guy that was really acting erratically, Daniel Penny, was a national news story overnight. Okay? Was absolutely. I wonder what he's doing now.
And that poor fucker did jail time.
He did jail time, went through a trial, everything else. Okay. You hadn't heard a word about this.
Nope.
Not one word.
Not a fucking
word. Where is the same coverage for? Actually, it was violence on a train. One was in New York, I guess, and one was in Charlotte. I didn't know Charlotte had light rail, but whatever. I'm just disgusted by it, and it doesn't matter about race.
Gross.
Has nothing to do with race. I don't care if the girl was white, black, whatever. I don't care if the dude was white, black, whatever.
A person is a person.
Person is a person. But if you look at the way she innocently, she just got on the damn train, sat down, and the guy casually reaches into his pocket, pulls out a knife, didn't bother her at all, and just for no reason stabbed her in the throat. What kind of animal? And What
are you gaining? What are you gaining?
Well, what kind of animal? Where are we in society that we're like, okay, we're going to put him away? No, he should be summarily. I mean, I'm sorry, this is going to offend some people. I mean, shocking, something I said, but
I love it.
Summarily executed publicly. I really don't care. There's no redeeming that guy. None.
Absolutely not.
He's not sorry. He did it on purpose.
He had 14 fucking mugshots.
14 mugshots? The guy could have been a baseball card deck.
The system is not fucking working.
The system's not working. You can't rehabilitate that person. So you know what you do? You execute him swiftly, justly, and hopefully publicly to provide some deterrent for the next
Yeah, but
asshole.
Andrew, he's homeless. He's homeless. He spent 5 years
Where'd he
in
get the
prison.
knife?
Well, here, hey,
Where'd he get
for
the knife?
robbery for a charge of robbery with a deadly weapon.
Is he just a dad?
I've
Is that what
got,
you're going to tell me? He's
I've
just
got
a
a great
dad?
idea. Bring him over to my backyard. I'll set up a tent. Nightfall will hit, and I will come out with a fucking firearm. And guess what? We won't have to worry about it.
Well, here's the deal.
You
That's
fucking
that's
idiot.
too quick and not public enough. I mean, that's
You're
too
right.
quick and
You're
not
right.
public enough.
You are absolutely correct.
It has to be, I don't care. I mean, if it was me, there'd be a good round of caning before the execution, like they do over in Singapore. You know what that does? I mean, did you see the video? There was a video. You probably didn't. So there's a video of a guy I think it was in Dubai. And is a guy, what do you call people from Dubai? Dubaians? Dubai?
I can go with that. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So he
Yeah,
goes,
we'll
watch
roll with
this. He goes, here I am in
How
downtown.
about the Doobie Brothers?
The Dubes. So anyway, he goes, he's in Dubai and he's driving it and he's going into a store.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Not
Dubai?
listening. You're not listening.
You're from Dubai? The
No,
Doobie Brothers
you're
from
not
Dubai,
listening.
right over there, ladies and gentlemen.
But check this out. This is called deterrence. I want you to listen. Now, not everything is great in Dubai. I just heard a story. I think some girl got a bunch of years for doing cocaine in Dubai. I think I heard that. But
Well, they've got a bunch. I've seen a bunch of advertisements on TV right now for people to vacation.
You should go. You should have this bachelor party in Dubai.
Are you going to go? Would you go to Dubai?
It's a dry heat. But so the deal is he takes his watch off, he takes his phone and his wallet and his car keys, sets them on the hood of his car, walks into the store, has some cash in his pocket, buys something. He's in there about 15 minutes, turns around, comes out to his car. Everything's still there. Not many places in the world that can happen.
Correct.
Do you know why? Because if you get caught, you're going to wish you weren't born. And that's called deterrence.
Yes.
And that's called
Yes.
people know there's a if you commit a crime, you're going to be punished. There's punishment.
Unfortunately,
We don't have that in the United States anymore. We've lost that.
Unfortunately for the young man that was from Cincinnati that was over in Singapore that yanked the sign down,
Oh yeah.
the one that got caned
Yeah, he got caned.
and got put in prison. And it's not good.
Well, let me tell you, he's probably not going to pull the sign down again.
Correct.
So I'm not saying, with the good, not everything is perfect, but I would say this. I would say there's probably 20, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 stories on the plus side of how people weren't murdered or weren't raped or had accosted in some way, because Singapore has a very similar system. You know that if you're caught, there's justice is swift and it's pretty harsh.
You fuck around, you find out.
Yeah. But in this country, and maybe the pendulum, I'm not saying to emulate that totally. Don't misunderstand me, because there is no perfect system.
I know where you're at.
But we cannot ignore the fact that in this country, there is no consequence for you committing. We have habitual, we have generational crime that's being committed. And, it's a national story, and it ties back into, Trump is talking all the time about crime here, crime there, crime there. I want to send the guard
and
there.
And I was,
And that's how we tie it back in. I don't want that to happen. I do not want, I think that you should have, sadly, you elected these people and you should hold your local officials accountable. Vote them out.
The alleged killer
Oh, God.
has pending charges for misuse of the 911 system. In January, he called police and revealed his troubling thoughts. This is all according to the New York Post. Brown told authorities during the visit he believed someone had given him man-made material that controlled when he ate, walked, and talked. An affidavit obtained by the newspaper said Brown wanted officers to investigate this man-made material that he said was inside his body. Now, one of the things that we've talked about before on this podcast
mental illness
is mental illness.
Sure.
And for
All
people
three of
like
us
this
have
who are obviously mentally fucking insane,
Yep.
need to be committed to these places
Yep.
and put away because, number one, they're a danger to themselves, and number two, they're a danger to others.
Yeah,
if we can see, I mean, how can we not see fit to lock up or put away a guy like this and not do anything inhumane to him, but just make sure he's not a danger to anyone else?
Keep him contained.
Contain him.
Well,
So he's not on a train at 10:30 at night stabbing an innocent young woman to death who did absolutely nothing to provoke him.
No, nothing. Well, she sent out. And, as I said, we discussed before, there's a lot of crazy people out there. We've been tolerating it for a long time because, we think that, and I talked about it, Reagan did close a lot of the mental institutions, and not that they were perfect. There was a lot of abuse going on. Remember One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? I mean, documented a lot of stuff that was happening in these places, but we cannot have the justice system become the revolving door for the mentally ill. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not set up for that.
But no, I deal with that on an everyday fucking basis.
Yeah. How many, when you guys get repeat calls, right, to the same places? I mean, you must have some sort of system for knowing you've been called back and back and back, right?
So we work with the hospitals and their coordinators, but I mean, it doesn't always work.
No, but I mean, there should be my opinion here is there should be a system of state hospitals that outside of the private, outside of the hospitals for your immediate emergency care, right? I'm not talking about UC. I'm not talking about Mercy Anderson. I'm not talking about that. But there should be state hospitals. I'm sure the facilities are still there, but closed, that are staffed by people that can deal with severe mental illness, because we just have a sub-segment, my opinion, of society that just can't cope and can't deal. And why are we letting them, like this guy, why are we letting them feast and prey upon other members of our society? And don't tell me that we can't afford it, because I would tell you this. I think it might actually save money, because the overall crime rate might go down because the judicial system's not clogged up with the people that are just batshit crazy.
Correct. No, I am in complete agreement with you. Like watching some of the details I've been on, and then, like you said, we'll call them repeat offenders, even though they're just calling for help. But you take them down, they stay on a 3-day hold.
Okay, so that's what it is. Okay,
yeah, it's a 72-hour hold.
Yeah,
and then, but it's rinse, wash, repeat, because our system, our whole system, from first responders all the way up through healthcare providers and the judges and the court system, it's not built. It's not built to try to figure this out.
No, and now, I realize that,
but it's going with what Trump's wanting to do.
Yeah, he does. He mentioned it.
Is wants to open up these, in quotes, insane asylums.
Let's call them something nicer.
I don't know what you call them.
Nut houses. But
but no, I think there's
Dan,
there's definitely a fucking place.
The friendly stop.
I know that
like,
potentially the Democrat Party might lose a lot of voters, being that most of their people are insane. But
teddy bear stations.
But
like that.
What was that place in the mall that used to make teddy bears? What the hell was the name of that place?
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. There you go.
Build-A-Bear.
So we could have Fix-A-Dope. How's that?
Fix-A-Dope.
Well,
Falk around and find out. Said open state hospitals bring back jobs.
There you go. You bring back jobs. I mean, I just think that
I'd be more than happy for my tax money to support something like that.
I think that
You know?
you could make the
Than
argument
compared
that,
to some of the other bullshit we pay for.
well, let me ask you a question. So if we open up a mental institution, right, in Ohio, what percentage of people would probably be cleared
Mansfield.
out of the
Mansfield.
well, whichever one. What percentage of
Yeah, out of
what
prisons,
percentage
yeah,
of the
a lot.
prisons would be emptied out, and room? Maybe the Hamilton County Justice Center would have more room
I don't know
for
if they'd be emptied
real
out, but
criminal.
yeah.
Well, I mean, made room. Beds would be available. I mean, what do you think? 5, 10%? I don't deal in the criminal justice system, but I would have to imagine that the insane are probably responsible for a large number of crime, habitually being recurred and occurring. So
I mean,
that's my point.
This article is a perfect example of that, though.
There are too many crazy
14
here.
14 mugshots.
Way too many. We
This
need one, Nate.
motherfucker had 14 mugshots. And
could have done a calendar and had 2 spare months. Guy could have had his own fucking calendar.
he could have been his own fireman.
January. There he is. I mean,
February. He's like,
well,
this.
the
He's like-
mugshots don't have a lot of variety.
February.
no, I mean, but
But
in February, he's like this, like, get me angry. He's like,
no, for God's sake. But just imagine if that had been a young, innocent black girl sits down and there's some
And a-
scummy white dude behind.
the racial
He
component.
pulls out a knife, fucking kills her.
Absolutely.
I mean, this would be the lead
National
story. National
National
news. Morning, noon, and night.
No question.
CNN, MSNBC, all
Yep.
day, all night. I mean, Al Sharpton would be going ballistic. Crump would be out there. There'd be news conferences. I mean, every race hustler.
Every race hustler, exactly right. Dan nailed it.
Would be out there.
Would be in Charlotte marching,
Looking for the nearest camera. Yeah.
Nearest camera.
Oh, there'd be
marches,
marches.
and there has to be
unrest in the streets.
There has to be, or there would be threats of violence unless A, B, or
and then
C.
you probably have this numb nuts on the city council down there saying, "Well, we have to give them room to vent.
yeah, well,
They need room to,
well,
businesses being looted, all that bullshit."
Anorexic Al Sharpton needs space. He needs space to be able to speak. So
He has lost a bunch of
you just give him his goddamn due diligence.
You know what? Where's Jesse Jackson? Is he still around?
Yeah,
I haven't seen- he's really quiet.
I think his health is not great right
I haven't seen.
I think he's like
Jesse
107.
I don't know how old he is, but he's not. But anyhow, sadly, this happens way too often, and the part that you can't stop crime by any stretch, but the news media really pisses me off on this one. I agree with Dan wholeheartedly. If the races were reversed, and not that race should be an issue here, but you know what? Let's cover the stories. And this poor woman, this poor victim. Honestly, if this was a national story, there'd be a whole lot more than $12,000 raised in her GoFundMe account.
Here's
Jesse
someone
Jackson's 83 and he looks like fucking Yoda.
on and wokeness is the name of this feed that I follow on my X feed, and they did a search for AP news stories about articles on George Floyd.
Oh shit!
And
we're about to get fucking banned.
They came up with 74,221 articles about George Floyd. They did search for articles on AP about Irina Zarutska,
0.
and the number is 0.
What
does that tell you?
Shameless.
It is absolutely shameless.
Did you see?
Well, luckily, the audio listeners will be able to get all of this once we get fucking hit on fucking YouTube because we brought up GF's name.
So let me ask you a question. We did talk about last time, and I know we did a story about how CBS, now is never going to do. They're just going to show uncut videos now, or uncut interviews. They're not going to clip the videos anymore. How is this any different than that? It's not. It's
definitely not.
This is the media. This is the media deciding, pushing you. You should be offended at this. And you should be offended at that. And we're going to nudge you this way. Hell, nudge. We're going to shove you this way and shove you that way.
Send that to me if you
want to play it. It's really, really frustrating.
Well, the thing is, we showed the video, and it stops right there when the guy pulls his arm back.
Yeah, you know what happens.
There are some countries in this world that would let that video roll.
Correct.
And show. I mean, and I really think in this country, and having been in the news media, I've argued this for a long time.
You think we
that we need to
I can see this.
we need to be brutally honest when it comes to things.
Yes.
Say, for instance, a terrorist do.
Yeah.
When a terrorist takes a car or a bus or
Show it.
a truck,
Right.
and drives through a crowd of people,
Show the carnage.
We don't see the heads that are split open,
Right.
the blood and the guts and the brains that are splattered, paste, all across the streets. We don't see the broken bodies and the unusual positions that people wind up in when they get run over.
So we
by someone who's hell bent on killing them. We don't see that kind of stuff.
I don't disagree with what you're saying because we vanilla box it so much that it's almost like it's didn't happen.
That's a great term, vanilla box.
And I don't disagree with you. And I don't know if you tried to show it on like the even social media, would they block it? They probably would.
But I'm talking about broadcast television.
I agree.
In other countries, you see this.
Oh, yeah. You watch the news in other countries. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like
watch the news in Italy. Watch the news in parts of Europe. Watch the news in Russia.
Yeah. No, they do.
See what's on TV.
They do.
Show the carnage.
The Middle East. I mean, when there's a bomb,
and people will be
everything.
and people will bitch about it. Oh my God! I can't believe you're
offended.
You're offended?
Yeah, I'm
really?
offended. I'm offended. They're dead, but I'm offended.
Do you think this sort of thing ought to stop?
Should offend you.
And guess what?
Should offend you.
When you say,
do you think that we ought to try to stop terrorists from running people over in cars?
Do you think that we should probably do something to address the rampant mental illness in this country?
Yeah.
That somebody's arrested 14 times, let out, and then murders some poor innocent girl on a freaking train.
But guess what? You say something in another country that you're offended. Guess what? You're done.
Hey, did you see?
Out.
Did you see what happened in Britain? I mean, Britain's fucked. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Britain is fucked.
Yes.
World War II veteran had a sign that said something. I don't know what the sign said.
Yes.
I know. I shared it. But as I said, my feed is showbread. But at the end of the day,
send me shit.
Here's the deal. So a World War II British veteran was carried off and arrested by police because he had a sign that someone deemed offensive in Britain.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just talking about, if you show the video of a terrorist attack or, an accident or whatever, and you show what actually happens instead of people thinking, Dan makes a great point. You say they show the video, the knife, they don't show the knife, they don't show her laying there bleeding. They just show it stopped. And you're like, oh, she died. Well, cause and effect. You do need to see, I think Dan's right. If you show the brutality of it, maybe people would be more outraged and demand more action of the elected officials.
Well, and we roll through some of that obviously here locally because
I know, just said something pretty funny.
It's
actually pretty funny. It's not
with the way your, as you say, your Facebook feed is show prep.
St. George has been drug free for 4 years. That's brutally funny, but people won't like that at all.
I had it up and I pulled it off. I mean, it was there. I mean, now you can see it, Dan.
Okay.
But no, I mean, it's
a good point. Factually, it's pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate. It's we're probably gonna get banned for that.
Yes, please.
This will be our last show for some time.
I don't care. Whatever. But no, like we bring up our local shit,
right?
And with the left-sided leaning people that want to just throw all kinds of shit out. And I've actually started getting a little bit more active on some of our pages here locally and calling people. I'm like, you're a fucking clown. You're a clown. Like, I don't even know what you mean. And you and I could talk about it, who those people are.
I could give you their names.
I know you
know
can.
Their names. I got,
but I fucking, because I hit a point, and I hit a point here locally, but it's still nationally. You look at everybody that is, you've got the fucking Bernie Sanders, you got the fucking Tim Walz, you've got all these idiots. You have Tim Walz hoping that he gets news that the president's fucking dead.
Right.
Like, fuck you. Like, it's just, it's ignorant. It's ignorance. And with the way the world's going, and we're hitting these things here, not locally to us, but like stateside. But we have a whole lot of shit going on in the rest of the world, and you want to sit there and just talk shit. What are you doing to help it? That's my question. What are you doing to help it? So whether you're local here in Cincinnati, whether you're Democrat trying to help things, what are you doing? Like nationally, internationally, let our president and our fucking people that we've elected.
Let me take it one step further. You mentioned it. I didn't bring it up. You mentioned it. What are you doing? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what the Democrats are doing locally. The Democrats are putting, people like Samantha Silverstein on the ballot that doesn't make us safer, that lets people out on OR bonds and low bonds. The Democrats are also putting candidates up against great judges here locally, like Josh Berkowitz, who's doing a great job locally and is a great judge, not partisan, just a very strong, safety-minded judge. So I would argue that your Democrat Party, especially locally here in Hamilton County and even Anderson Township, are actually working against you, Jason.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Judge Silverstein, in my humble opinion, is one of the worst judges that we've ever had in Hamilton County. Very anti-police, very pro-criminal. And I personally think she makes Hamilton County less safe. A lot of people agree with me on that. You know what else? Judge Berkowitz should not be challenged, not because he's a good judge. They're just challenging him for the sake of challenging him. Oh, we can't have him run unopposed, so we're going to put somebody up there, and Bill Smith-Smelson, whatever his fucking name is. I have no idea who it is. It's a chick, but we're going to put him up
Bill
there.
Dunaway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't work here anymore.
I've seen that sign. I can't figure out how to pronounce that dude's name either.
So, but my point is,
just call him iChart.
But the point is that I usually don't mention Democrat candidates, so I always try to not say their names, give them free pub.
That's fair.
But the point of the matter is that rather than say this judge would do a good job, they're just putting people up there. Hey, who wants to run against so and so? Maybe you'll win. Because I'll tell you right now, Silverstein defeated a great judge, okay? And we're still paying for that every day. Every day.
Can I
Judge Kirk Kissinger should not have been defeated.
Correct. I want to piggyback in the fact that the Attorney General and the FBI Director are coming to Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yeah.
And having a roundtable.
Yes.
So Pam Bondi.
Thought the director of the FBI was here last
Kash
week
Patel.
when they announced that giant drug bust. All those people.
Somewhere here in Ohio, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he was.
I think Kash Patel was here last week.
But they were supposed to
are they coming again?
They're supposed to have a roundtable with Cincinnati City Council and apparently our sheriff, which is our sheriff. We don't have the police chief. The police chief is the police chief over there.
Yeah.
But
they should invite Richard K. Jones to that.
We have fucking national fucking people coming in to fucking talk about how fucked up our city is.
Yeah. A way of you're getting PR you don't want to get.
Exactly.
This is not
so. That's where
you say, okay, Pam Bondi's coming to Cincinnati and Cash. Everyone's like, oh, great. No, it's not great.
No,
it's not great. This is not good news.
This is not the way you want it.
They should not have to come here.
And Silverstein, as you call her, Silverstein, changed a couple of her fucking bonds.
I saw.
And
she's trying to alleviate the hemorrhaging that's going on.
She's putting a Band-Aid on a
lipstick on a pig, but the pig is still a pig, and the lipstick ain't going to do nothing to make it less piggish. Yes. So
not the light we want to be painted in.
They gave her, she's not incredibly unintelligent, so she can read the writing on the wall, and she can put her her finger up in the air and say, okay, the winds are blowing against me here because people are fed up. But the end of the day, I want the local Democrat Party that nominated these judges, that vetted these judicial candidates and didn't give a shit about public safety, said, well, we need somebody to run against him or him because they're Republican. Not are they would be a better judge, because they could not have said that in her case. And I'll tell you right now, they could not have said it against the person running against Josh Berkowitz, because he's a damn good judge and deserves to get reelected because he puts your public safety first. And crap like this doesn't need to be happening here in Cincinnati, because we need these judges to enforce the law and be tough on crime and keep us safe. The police can only do so much, but the police get very, very disappointed and actually dejected when they arrest somebody, charge them, put them in the Justice Center, and the people are out before they're done filing the goddamn paperwork. Okay?
Correct.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
So these judges are what the weak point is. It's not the police fault. I never blame the police, because they work their asses off. I mean, how would you like to respond to some of these calls when your life could be taken?
I was just talking to Dan's son Friday night about some of the bullshit that he's had to fucking deal with.
Dan, you're gonna get pissed off if you watch that.
No, I'm good.
Okay, just telling you right now, you're gonna get pissed off.
But no, we do not want national people in our city, because it's not a good thing unless it's a diplomatic event. They are coming to literally put the fucking hammer down.
Did you see the locally the family of the young man that was shot by the cop because he had a gun in his hand? What was his name?
Hinton.
Yeah, his family's now, making a big noise that they think that their time is now right. They're saying that
his trial starts next month,
and they're trying to raise a big
Whose trial?
There's no charges, I didn't think.
No,
Hinton
Senior.
Hinton
Senior.
Yeah,
Hinton
the
Senior's
father. No.
trial.
They're trying.
But that's why they're doing this. That's why they're doing it, because his trial starts.
Well, they want the cop to be charged.
Correct.
No, they want the cop to be charged.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're having they had a
happen.
big rally about that. Of course, that was all over.
That's
the
what.
news.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He ran over fucking Henderson.
Right. Killed him.
Killed him in cold fucking blood.
A man that had nothing to do with that.
His trial starts next month in October.
I hope.
And that's why they're fucking doing
Well,
this.
I
And
mean,
fuck this.
I hope that he gets put away for a very long time as well, and then we'll have a chance here to see if justice is blind.
Well, maybe they're just trying to piggyback on the loudmouths that insisted that a white guy be charged in connection
that's
with
where I'm going.
the beatdown that happened.
Exactly.
What was that? July 6th, I think.
That was
when that
exactly
happened.
what they're doing, because they saw
So they're
city
trying to
council
capitalize
fold.
on that. Yeah,
Yes.
if we make enough
No
noise
shock. If we
and
scream
demand
enough,
that the white guy be charged,
Right.
maybe we'll make enough noise
exactly.
and city council will use whatever pressure it can to get this police officer charged. But I mean, look at it, and we've been through this already. But look at our prosecutor. Our prosecutor is as woke and liberal as they come.
Correct.
And even she looked at this and couldn't find any. Believe me, if she could have found a way
She would
to
have
bring
found a
charges
way.
against this cop,
Exactly right.
and she has. I'm telling you, there's a lot more information out there than what's been presented to the public already.
That's right.
And the family knows this. The family has seen everything there is to see. The prosecutor has seen everything there is to see.
Right.
There's no way any sensible jury would ever, if she took this to a trial, ever convict this cop based on the evidence that's out there.
Right.
So she did the right thing and said, we can't charge this
No
guy.
building. Right.
But that's not good enough for the family.
Well, it's funny because I think you're exactly right. They were quiet for a while. Everything died down. And then they saw what happens when you raise a big enough stink and you get the national race hustlers here in town. And now they're starting to make more of a stink because they charge. Now I did see, I think the white Russian guy, I think he's being represented by Finney, one of the local attorneys here in Anderson Township.
I think you're right.
So and I hope Finney sues.
He's got the best representation he can have.
I hope Finney sues them
Chris Finney is
for a
fantastic.
lot of money, and I wish him well.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. We can reconvene, figure it out, but figure out where we're going next. We're almost done, but our buddy Murph, we're going to hear from him and Dano.
Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor For the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast, it's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made. So during the break there, we dialed up the statement that the mayor of Charlotte, and look, you can take one look at her and see that she's an ultra lib.
Was she the one that caught that
Libtard.
stole the baseball from that game? She
It could have been.
I have
that.
that. I have that.
But she goes through this whole statement talking about how Charlotte is safe, the transit system is safe, and then she says, we will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. So she makes this whole statement.
Wait, didn't she call
trying
the
to
homeless? What did she call it? Homeless?
Unhoused.
Oh, the
unhoused.
Yeah,
unhoused.
So she makes this whole statement trying to
challenge.
gloss over about this dude being a criminal fucking scumbag.
She mentioned the victim?
Arrested 14 times.
Did she mention the victim?
No mention of the victim
No
whatsoever.
mention of the victim. That's odd. That's odd. And you mentioned something I found pretty amazing. What's their sister city?
Charlotte is a sister city of Cincinnati.
Wow. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, we've had that relationship going on for a long time.
Well, I mean,
so in a way, it's a local issue for us.
I would say she's probably a Democrat. Is that correct?
She is a Democrat.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine that.
Yeah.
You know, these Democrat cities are just they're so quick. I will agree with her on one very small portion of her statement. We won't arrest our way out of mental illness. That's why we do need a way to address mental illness.
Yeah.
And the way to address mental illness is to open up facilities to put the mentally ill in rather than.
But here's a dude who's had at least 14 contacts that we know of with the system.
That's right.
If someone hasn't been able to evaluate this dude and say, this guy needs to be taken off the streets.
He was just.
He had 14 fucking mugshots. How are you not fucking evaluated at some point? Like, once you hit like maybe 4. Be like, oh,
but how many
times?
How many times do we hear these
flag.
horrific stories and we find out, after his 17th DUI? I mean, how does that happen?
That's right.
I mean, easy. And just cool your jets, sir. But no, I mean, yeah.
To home.
Once you have so many fucking hits, we literally just showed 14 fucking pictures. Hey, this guy's a fucking problem.
And there's the judge who let her out or let the dude out on multiple occasions.
Is her name Silverstein?
I don't know what the fuck her name is.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Jason, you mentioned the baseball lady.
Oh yeah.
She's a magistrate.
Do they know who she is? Because I've heard a lot of different names tossed about. Do you know if they know who that person is?
I'm gonna pull this article up. I haven't read all the way
because they said it was one person, then they said no, it's not her. Really delved. I mean, I can't believe the internet hasn't identified this person yet. And if you don't know what we're talking about, there was a baseball game between I don't know the Phillies and somebody. It was a Marlins Phillies game, and if you haven't seen the video yet, ball goes into the stands. Guy runs over. You know how people are when a ball goes into stands, and there's
gotta get that baseball.
Gotta get the baseball. The guy grabs the baseball, brings it back, gives it to his son. Right, this kid's what 7, 8. I don't know. I don't do kids, but he's pretty small. And
let's see if it shows a picture.
And then this Karen-looking lady comes over, and she looked a lot like the mayor, but she also looked like Pocahontas. A lot.
Oh, she totally looked like her.
It looked like Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren. Yeah.
So
I think they go to the same hairstylist.
The bobbed hair. So the internet's been going nuts with identifying this woman, but then everyone's like, no, it's not her. It's not her. I shared a story. I took it down because it didn't look like it was accurate. Anyhow, long story short, She goes over and she's chewing the guy out, saying he stole the ball from her. The guy actually was fairly cool. The guy's like, fuck it. You're nuts. Take the ball. Takes the ball out of his kid's thing, gives it to her. She marches off.
That's
The
a good man right there.
The fans then just were giving it to this lady. She's flipping the fans off. She didn't give a shit. Well, the team did the right thing. I mean, in the Marlins, who were the host team, they brought the kid a gift bag. I mean, it was pretty cool. I thought they stepped up.
Yeah.
And then after the game,
I thought it was Phillies was the home team.
no, because the Marlins wouldn't be giving a Marlins gift bag to the kid.
They were
traveling.
They were in gray uniforms. So
I thought it had okay. All right.
So, but then after the game, the Phillies gave the guy, the kid, 2 signed baseball bats. So I thought that was good. The
That's
kid
very
came
cool.
out. The kid came out ahead on the deal by far. But you mentioned it's just funny because we just segued into it because she did look like this woman, and one of the reports said the lady was a Trump hating. They went to her page and she was a Trump hating blah 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 liberal.
You surprised by that?
I just don't know what's true. So I'm asking the question, which, if anyone knows who the lady is, if this ever comes to fruition. So I didn't know. Did you know, Jason? I don't know.
So the way the article read, and I saw a couple other articles after this one, but said a woman in a Phillies jersey was seen marching over to the family and demanding the man that he give the ball to her.
Oh, yeah.
The man gave the ball to the irate woman. However, it created a ton of reaction on social media. And then it was, in quotes, oh, she went after him. Yeah. I don't know Briscoe. I don't know who Briscoe. I don't know who that is.
I heard that she was really not. Someone says she was a teaching admin. Was she like? I heard that's actually not. They're saying that's not. Well, she's saying that's not true. So I don't know. Maybe it is true. But they said she's from New Jersey. She was some sort of teaching administrator, and they fired her. I don't know. I just wonder if anyone else knows. And the internet's kind of died down about it. It was like yesterday or the day before.
Somebody said, "I hate to call her Karen, but
she was a Karen."
But
yeah, she was totally
the shoe fits.
Yeah, she was totally. But she had the big glasses.
I had it.
She looked just like Elizabeth Warren.
The thing is, I mean, the video I saw, the ball bounced over. It was close to her.
It was close to her, but
she couldn't grab it. No. And that dude ran, like 10 or 15 seats over.
Yeah.
And snatched it away from her at the very end and walked back and took it to his kid.
Yeah.
And then she comes over there bitching about it.
I had a better article.
I think he handled it pretty well, though. I do. I think
I didn't see the part where he gave her the ball.
The guy was like, you could tell by his body language. He's like,
dude,
here, take the ball.
It's that big of a deal. Yeah.
Take the ball. It's a fucking ball. Take the ball. And
but the kid's looking like,
the kid was crushed.
Well, yeah, because the kid, he had it in his hand, and all of a sudden,
that was in his glove, and he reached in there. Dad reached in there, took it out of the thing, gave it to the lady. He's like, "Here, chew on this." And
it's funny because it comes right on the heels of, was it the tennis tournament where a guy signed a hat?
Oh yeah.
And then that fucking CEO fucking grabs the fucking hat and then walks off.
And that guy was.
And it was literally like 2 days difference.
What that guy was from a foreign country though? Where was he from? Because he said he didn't understand the laws here in the United States because he got railed, and everyone's just raking him over the coals. He goes, "If you say anything bad about me, I'm going to sue you." And they're like, "Dude, this isn't Poland. This isn't wherever you're from. This is the United States of America. That shit doesn't work here. Okay, we say whatever we want." Dan, you're gonna get really pissed off.
About what?
Well, you scroll. Your feed is.
I'm just scrolling. That's, it's no big deal.
No,
shit. Here I got another one. Bengals, I got another one that. Andrew, you don't have any kids.
Correct. I have 2 dogs. And they're trying my.
OnlyFans boom on college campuses sparks concern as more students turn to the platform for fast cash.
I got to tell you, I don't know what this is about.
I've never heard of OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't.
Have you?
I'm sure you have.
I don't understand what it is, to be honest with you. What is it?
If
it's a platform that I guess you put videos of yourself on that people have to pay to watch you like do things?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
But they're not. I mean, I heard that people like with fetishes go on there, and like if they like feet, you could just show yourself pouring oil on your feet, and somebody will subscribe to watch that.
yes,
Yeah.
before
How
Rob
stupid is
before Rob Herking got sick, he
dumb
was going to
is that?
start an OnlyFans for his feet.
Oh, that's so stupid. I mean, I'm sorry. Someone's gonna pay to watch you pour oil on your feet.
People are
what I was talking
paying.
about right there. That's what I was talking
People are paying,
about. That's
bro.
pretty cool.
People are paying.
So,
But
college
apparently-
kids are now creating OnlyFans pages to pay for just to raise some extra cash.
Yeah.
College is expensive.
They're making that jack. A trend is sweeping college campuses nationwide as students head back to school while looking to make some extra cash. Creating and selling content on OnlyFans, a website that allows adults to produce and post their own sexually explicit content in exchange for money from subscribers, has become a popular way for college students to earn extra money while they're in school.
Does it have to be sexual in nature? Or
I mean, it could be feet. It could be feet shit.
well, could this show
But
have
it
an
gets-
OnlyFans page of us just doing the show? And people would pay to watch
I
it?
mean, we could. I mean, we have to get more. We need more subscribers.
So if you really want to support the show,
Stay tuned for the next.
if you're
for
really
the
a fan,
OnlyFans link.
that's right. If you're really a fan, we'll talk about a lot more after the show.
And all I got to do is pour oil on my feet, and people will pay money.
Dude,
for
I'm
it.
not watching your feet. And if you pull your feet out and start pouring oil on in front of me, we're
But
gonna
no,
have a
it's
problem.
Well, I mean, I'll do it on my own time.
I mean, then
you know,
go home and do it. 'cause
Don't try and get your fingers in my.
I'm gonna put
Whoa,
my knuckles
whoa.
somewhere.
Don't try to get your
Whoa.
fingers in my
I'm not-
OnlyFans pie.
if
you,
it's
you hear me?
Don't worry. Don't mention my fingers and OnlyFan and you in the same
if
sentence.
it's more than
Never
Well,
again.
I'm just saying. If
I
Dan-
know that story too. That
Dan.
pisses me off.
Andrew, if
You
it's
know.
if it's more than a knuckle, then it's weird. So
I'll pour.
No.
I've got harried fingers.
But no, it says,
if you guys want to pay to watch me pour,
I've
you know,
heard.
how
people
about
do-
some maple syrup
Honey.
on my?
hot
I
honey.
mean, I've heard
hot
people
honey.
do shit like this, and I don't understand it.
I'll do that.
Okay,
You know?
there you go. Dano is going to start.
I mean, my rates will be pretty high.
The
Is
fact
okay?
that you two don't even realize what OnlyFans is.
I just
cracks
don't.
me
I
up.
mean, but the thing is, maybe it's generational. I just don't understand it. I can't fathom in my little bitty head that somebody would want to pay money to watch you do weird shit like that to yourself. Now, okay, pornography's been around forever.
Well, it's
right?
like going to a titty bar. Isn't
This
it?
is-
I mean,
this-
you know,
this-
you-
No,
this
when
is
you're talking
this
about
is
pouring
paid.
oil.
This is
yeah.
when you put out
Andrew.
that
pouring
hot
oil-
stripper's gonna think I'm the one.
Oh yeah,
that,
she
you know,
really
yeah.
likes me.
Yeah, she likes me.
She really.
Oh.
She likes me.
just
came
like
over
somebody
and
we
said-
know.
her name
Just
is
like somebody
wait,
we know.
Her name is
Well-
Cheyenne, and her real name is Cheyenne.
I'm gonna.
Boy, that's a weird name. I
Weird.
know.
Her stage name was Cinnamon.
Never heard someone name that before. It's very pretty.
Sapphire?
Yes. I know.
If it's a jewel or an herb,
It's
You're a
probably
stripper.
fake.
Please welcome, direct from the Kick Track Club in downtown Covington,
Covington.
Gemini.
gentlemen, coming to the stage. Get your dollars out for diamond.
But so is OnlyFans going to put those places out of business? That's my point.
They might. They could.
So so we're going to need to regulate
So-
OnlyFans.
So there are some states that are already regulating Pornhub.
Pornhub.
So
That's
like
another online porn thing.
that's a straight online porn. Texas, you cannot. If you are in Texas, you cannot pull up on your phone Pornhub.
Well, if you had a VPN, you could,
Well, yes, most people do not.
because VPNs are easy.
Right,
Yeah.
but most people
This
don't
isn't
have
the
them.
tech show. We'll get it. That's later.
Most
After
people
the
don't
break.
have them. But so it's funny. So like all these college kids, they're like, well, fuck it.
But aren't there a
I
bunch
need
of
money.
teachers that have been fired for having OnlyFans pages? We've done
Yes.
story on this.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, if you're teaching school at a Catholic school, they tend to frown on that sort of thing.
I would imagine
They
they do.
tend to frown.
They
on
tend
it.
to frown on that.
Yeah.
What if you're pouring holy water on your?
I
feet?
don't know.
Is
Look,
that okay?
if you're a college kid and you're over 18 and you think this is a good way to make money,
have at it.
who am I to say? I mean, I'm not going to subscribe to your channel, but
I don't subscribe to anything. I don't want to pay for anything.
I don't
barely
subscribe to
even
anything.
Paying for cable TV.
Yeah.
Dan barely knows how to fucking work his goddamn computer.
I mean, I
will second that. I've seen Dan fumble with his computer.
I have a cable bill, but
I mean, every time he's here, he forgets his password. He has to get a reminder.
I know my password.
That or he forgets his power cord.
That's right. Did I leave? Anyway. So my pouring holy water might be a breeze first. I will tell you, I just don't understand the weird things that go on in society, and I guess the internet has made it much more what's the word, commonplace. You know, the weirdo shit that goes on, and the weird people out there have a home on the internet.
Well, they got to do something. But we're going to close it out with a great clip from the Trumpster, and this is the kind of thing that we need more of. And there's do you see this on your social media? Like they'll put out a clip of the drug boat that they blew up.
We didn't even talk about that.
And
was awesome.
The Tren de Argo is bringing in all these drugs to the United States, and there was like 11 dudes on the boat, and they hit it with a missile or a bomb or something. Boom!
I think it was a drone, but yeah.
And so that was the end of that. And they'll post that and they'll say, "Did you vote for this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I voted for this all day."
And I do want to talk about that. I think the next show we should talk about that, because it's interesting that we're not. If I start talking about it now, we'll talk about it now. But
I was just gonna kind of setting up this clip over here.
Okay, go ahead.
But this to me, this clip of Trump talking to this reporter falls into this category because yes, even though he's a little bit rude here, this is what I voted for. But
You say that, darling. That's fake news.
Well, why
I
would
don't
the
go to
Department
war.
of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
So there you go. That's why you're second rate.
You know what else I voted for? Did you see J.D. Vance?
J.D. Vance, he is out there raising all kinds of hell too.
So J.D. Vance, so somebody was, what was that about? I can't remember what it was about.
Well, he said something. They asked him about blowing these dudes out of the water.
That's correct.
And he said, "I don't give a shit about that."
No. Some guy commented on his post. He posted about it.
Okay.
And some guy commented, and it was maybe it was a reporter. I can't remember the guy, but he's like, "Well, I think," or something along the lines. And JD Vance's retort was, "I don't give a shit what you think." And I was like, "That's what I voted for.
Absolutely,
that is what I voted for right there." Now, I have my own thoughts on the whole, and we'll talk about it because I want to share the video. I kind of am both ways on that blowing up, because I kind of agree with Dan a lot, but I'm also mildly troubled by it, because I'm like, there was no due process at all. They're like, there they are, boom. But I don't really. I mean, if you think of the death and the destruction and the just wanton chaos and carnage drugs create, I don't really have a big problem with it. I think the drug trade, the cartels, should fear the United States of America. They should fear our military.
Don't bring your shit close to our shit.
Days of, we can't arrest you till you cross this line, or I think those days should be kind of over. And I think this president is not doing it for the glee of creating carnage. I think he wants to stop this shit from happening.
He's sending a powerful message,
very powerful.
And he's declared these organizations enemies of the United States and terrorist organizations.
Yeah.
And you're going to try and infiltrate our country. We're going to protect our country.
It's almost like
you say you got drugs on that boat, but we don't know if you have weapons. We don't know if you have hired killers in there.
So guess what? Here's a Predator drone.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Well, it's almost like, when you watch the videos of the pirates attacking these cargo tankers, and they're like shooting at them. I'm like, dude, why do you wait till they get so close? You see them out there, they're pirates, right? They've got a boatload full of dudes with AK-47s and RPGs. Just blow them up.
Take them out.
Yeah. I mean, the Barbary Coast pirates were doing the same shit way back in the day, and we sent the Marines over there the very first time. And we sent the Marines over there, and we cleared up the Barbary Coast. I mean, history has there's precedence for this, and there's reasons,
Absolutely.
and that's all they're going to understand. So I don't really have a big philosophical problem with it. I do agree that the greater good is served by doing this. I just kind of mildly, I'm like, if we fuck up, what if it's a boat of, what if they were, skiing or parasailing or at night?
It was a parasailing
Yeah,
trip.
it was maybe a parasailing trip. I mean, mildly concerned about that.
Well,
It was
everybody,
not a parasailing trip.
we
How do you know that?
I love this. Make liberals cry again.
we will be back on Tuesday.
You like that?
Ideally,
Have it in my
hopefully,
car, too.
probably around 5 or 6
It's a
o'clock
beautiful
Eastern.
saying.
I know.
And
Now
we'll
now
see you then.
down there's
Remember,
a bourbon out there
like,
called Tears of
subscribe,
the Left.
Oh,
Have you heard about
download
that?
the
No.
audio
Try
on
that.
Spotify. I say Instagram, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, download all of them.
Down them all.
and we will see you Tuesday.
Tuesday.